So about this time of year, a lot of people are getting outside and increasing their activities, and with that increased outside activity, you have increased exposure to ticks. And so the main thing we need to be concerned about is protecting yourself from tick-borne disease. We have several ticks in our state that can transmit different tick-borne diseases. You know, the number one that we need to think about is either Ehrlichiosis or spotted fever rickettsia. Those are the two that tend to really hit Oklahomans pretty hard. In general, when you think about outdoor activities, especially when you're out either working cattle or out doing any kind of work, you're not thinking about protecting yourself from ticks. And so whether it's in the morning, in the afternoon, any time of the day, you could get a tick on you. And so the main thing you need to be concerned with is put some kind of repellent. If you're going to put a repellent on, it usually needs to be DEET. And DEET that's at a concentration of 25% or higher. Oklahoma in general is just a state that you're going to have a lot of tick-borne disease, especially spotted fever rickettsia. Spotted fever rickettsia is going to be transmitted by a lot of what we call the American dog tick. There's some other ticks that can be involved, but mainly in Oklahoma, the American dog tick is the one that we're concerned with. The other issue is that we have a lot of ticks out there that can transmit spotted fever rickettsia, but it's not going to necessarily turn into a severe disease in people, and that's caused by a different species of Rickettsia parkeri, that can be transmitted by Gulf Coast ticks. The other ticks that we have that are going to be involved with tick-borne disease are Lone Star ticks and what we call the brown dog tick. Brown dog tick is usually associated with people in urban settings. Lone Star tick is everywhere. You could see this one all the way from southeast Oklahoma all the way up to Woodward in some cases. And so we've seen this tick expand, and mainly through the work at OSU, we've seen that expand with the expansion of eastern red cedar. In general, when you think about ticks and tick-borne disease, and if you find a tick on you, it's just about removing that tick and removing that tick properly. And what you need to do is use tweezers or your fingernails if you can, and slow, steady pressure, and do not twist that tick, and do not put any substance on that tick, because it could increase the likelihood of that tick salivating, which is where some of the pathogens are. The other issue is that when we have two new tick-borne viruses that ticks can transmit. One is the Heartland virus and the other is the bourbon virus. And so they present themselves like a fever, fatigue, almost like you got the flu. And if you go and get on antibiotics, you may not necessarily get any relief from those symptoms.